Do you or someone you know suffer from GTDS, Greta Thunberg Derangement Syndrome? Is a severe condition that affects adults from ages 35 and up. It is a condition that may cause grown men and women to become triggered by a 16-year-old activist for climate change and causes them to take out their aggressions on others by posting memes and getting into drawn-out debates about climate change and how they don't need some kid telling them what to do about it. Ask your doctor about Triggerol. Triggerol is a medicated formula designed to help those suffering from Greta Thunberg Derangement Syndrome, better known as GTSD. Do not take Triggerol if you already have AOC Derangement Syndrome or Trump Derangement Syndrome. Make sure to tell your doctor if you have any of those conditions before taking Triggerol. Side effects include sudden empathy for people who are less fortunate than you, the desire to treat people as equals, the need to entice people to recycle or care about the environment, and a suppressed desire to listen to anything Tucker Carlson or Sean Hannity has to say. For some, that could be fatal. Talk to your doctor to see if Triggerol is right for you. It's time to put an end to your misery caused by a 16-year-old activist yelling at you, so that you can finally move on and continue to fuck up the planet for generations to come.
Hannity says hello.
Welcome to another dumbass political podcast. I am the dumbass beyond all dumbasses, your host, Glenn Lee Allen Davis. Well, listen, we think because we try that we will succeed, but all we do is fail. So that is my 2020 hopeful message to all those listening. And of course, I'm joined by my super talented co-host and musical prodigy,
But still a dumbass.
the diligent Mr. Eric D. Fomer.
Yes, and that D does not stand for dumbass. It is my middle name, D-E-E. Don't get it wrong. I'm shocked I'm still alive in 2020, man. All this shit I've done.
And don't forget, together we ring in the new year with a whole lot of sadness.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about right now. And I'm gonna cover some of that sadness. In creating this podcast, our goal is to reach as many people as possible. That's obviously the end goal here, to get as many of you listening and hopefully tune into what we're saying and agree with what we're saying or disagree. Mm-hmm. So we decided, hey, you know what? Let's try some promotion here. Why don't we try some of that Facebook advertising that everybody's talking about? The Russians are doing it, the Lithuanians and the Chinese and everybody else. So I figured, hey, why not give it a try?
The Ukraine.
Yeah, the Ukrainians are doing it. Shit, So, obviously on Facebook, our show is called Political Dumbass. The website itself is politicaldumbass.com. So I set up the advertising, and of course, it gets rejected right away, saying profanity. So I was thinking, oh, really? Dumbass? That's
so stupid.
That's profane. I mean, so I was like, okay, well, let me appeal it and see what they say. So I appeal it, and they say, okay, well, yeah, dumbass isn't a bad word, but because the name of the podcast is Political Dumbass, they gave me examples. They said, well, you can say that you support cancer patients, but you can't say, you can't ask, are you a cancer patient?
And who would name their page? Are you a cancer patient?
Yeah. So they basically told me that I had to change my URL because they assume that we're asking people, are you a political dumbass?
Yeah, or we're calling you a political dumbass.
Yeah.
We're calling ourselves a political fucking dumbass.
Yeah, in reality, the whole point of the show is that we are the dumbasses because we don't really know anything about politics. We probably reference everyone else as
fake
being
news.
The same. Yeah.
We just watch fake news.
You are fake news.
Yeah.
The point is that, okay, so we're not allowed to advertise on Facebook.
Yeah.
We can't get any audience other than through.
Do you mean fascist book?
Yeah, fascist. Yeah.
Fascist book.
That's exactly it. I guess it was a bit of a bummer. I was like, oh fuck, man, that kind of sucks. So I said, you know what? Let me go on Google. I figured they sent me an email saying, hey, why don't you advertise on Google, Google AdWords. It's a great way to promote all podcasts, because I was looking up ways to get our name out there, which is, no shame in that unless you have shame. So I did that. And of course, a few days went by and I saw that my ad was active. And then they sent me another email saying, hey, do you want an ad credit for $100? If you give this, give us a call. So I was like, okay. I called them up this morning and I said, hey, I just want to check to make sure my ad's working okay. It says it's active, but I haven't seen any impressions or anything like that. And the lady seemed all weird. She was kind of like, okay. When she said my name, she said, oh, your email address is another political DUMBASS. Like she spelled it out. So I was thinking, oh, maybe she's just checking the spelling. I thought that was kind of weird.
That's weird.
So it's okay. So she's all weird. She's okay. I'm going to have you talk to my account manager and you can see about it from there, about how we can see what's wrong with your ad and see if everything's working the way it's supposed to. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Whatever. So then a guy gets on the phone and he's all Mr. Manager type. And again, the same thing. He said, so what's the name of your show? And I was like, political. He's all, political DUMBASS. like he's in fucking the Disney Channel or something.
All of a sudden, how is dumbass all of a sudden now like this freaking bad word? So just because we want to use it.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, that's weird. Like I've never known dumbass to be a bad word, but it gets worse from there. So
what about, remember that 70s show? Hey, dumbass.
Yeah,
come on, all over TV.
That's my point. That was on Fox Network. That was a network show for the last 7 years, or not the last 7 years, for 7 years watching that show at least. Yeah. Red Foreman would say, hey, you dumbass.
Yeah, that was his catchphrase.
Yeah, like nonstop.
Dumbass.
The word dumbass, I never knew. Even the word ass shouldn't even be. Yeah. Listen, take the word bitch. Yeah. People consider bitch a worse word than ass, right? I would assume.
Yeah.
If you watch Christmas Story, right? The one with the little kid Ralphie is going to get a BB gun.
Yeah.
He says on there, son of a bitch.
I know, right?
they imply the F word.
And look at what Family Guy, how much stuff they get.
Yeah, and that's a family show.
Okay, we want our listeners to take to the streets and just yell, dumbass! Dumbass!
Exactly.
Picket signs, everything. Storm the stores. Go do whatever, man. Start a riot.
So I'm talking to this guy, and, he seems kind of, I don't know. He said, well, what is your show like? Is it risque? And I was all, well, yeah, I guess it's risque. He's all, is it edgy? I was all, yeah, I guess it's
trying to be edgy.
Well, there you go. I was all, what do you mean there I go? There you go. Have you ever heard in advertising in your lifetime them using the word dumbass in it? And I was like,
holy shit.
Well, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, because he threw me off guard because I wasn't expecting him to be that way.
I Googled the word dumbass and a lot of shit comes up.
Yeah,
a lot of different places. And
so he goes, okay, well, listen, because if you think about it, if you're going to advertise the word dumbass, my children are on Google. You don't want the word dumbass to come up.
But we put explicit.
And I was thinking, well, you can look up porn, you dipshit, and fucking people in the asshole comes up on Google, you dumbass.
Yeah, plus if you're a good parent, you'll put the settings on where you can't.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
dumbass.
It made no sense at all. So I was like,
dumbass.
So I was trying to play it cool, and I was just like, okay, well, listen, let me ask you, what can we do to fix this? Or is there a way that we can, it's all, nope. There's just, listen,
Damn.
You just need to, he didn't say the word hang it up, but basically he was telling me to go fuck myself.
Yeah.
He was saying, listen, nope, there's nothing we can do. And I was also, I just have to cancel it. Yeah, just go and cancel it.
Damn.
Just get it. And he was like being a dick. Like, I swear, man, this guy was like, he must have been, I don't know, like a total.
We're 3 episodes in and we're already getting boycotted and banned.
Woohoo! So, listen, I mean, to me, it was when you get that kind of news, it was a bit of a bummer. It was just like, kind of like, man, we're trying our best just to kind of get our name out there, and to have that come after you.
It's a PC world we live in, man. Politically correct, man.
So it's like, fuck, what do we do? Do we change the name?
Yeah,
do we change who we are? Do we change?
Yeah. Should we call it smart asses?
Yeah, is that better? Or
we are pretty much being smart asses, but we're
yeah. But I mean, is smart ass the same as dumbass? That's what I wonder. Would that be the same change? But you know what? But then I thought about it. I thought about who I was, what I wanted to accomplish with this show, whether it succeeds or not. You know what? Fuck you, Facebook. Fuck you, Google. You can kiss my
yeah.
fucking ass.
We will never back down.
Yeah, you can suck on my fucking dick and choke on it till I come in your fucking eyeball, you dipshit.
Hell
Take
yeah.
that for fucking explicit language and shove it up your ass with a big giant fucking dildo. And that's no insult to anybody who loves having a big giant dildo shoved up their ass. I support you 100%.
I love my big fat dildo shoved up my ass.
Yeah, so we're not changing a fucking thing.
Hell
so
no.
listen, guys, we need to build a grassroots movement.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too. It's like you see fucking Donald Trump saying the word pussy. When he said the word pussy, they said that everywhere on every fucking news station you could imagine.
Grab him by the pussy.
What kids were not watching that when he says shit or in front of Boy Scouts, he was fucking rude and said like curse words and shit, you know? I mean, fuck you, man. Fucking Google thinks they're better than everybody.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, I'm not allowed to advertise just because I use the word dumbass.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, fuck you guys.
So
man.
come on, all of our listeners, all of our dumbasses out there, write to Google and Facebook and let them know how you feel. That you love being a dumbass like us.
Dumbasses unite.
Yes, dumbasses unite. That's going to be our next freaking bumper stickers. And T-shirts.
We'll make some merch for that one.
Yeah,
Fucking
dumbasses unite.
Damn, that's part of the problem. Is everybody
can't
takes
have fun no
everything
more.
so serious.
Yeah, can't have fun no more.
Jesus Christ. What are you going to do? So, you know, we're going to do the best with what we got. Hopefully you guys help support us, get the word out there, spread it. And by the way, you can join us on Twitter now. Twitter handle, I guess you would say, is it's political dumbass, but dumbass is spelled DUMASS. The only reason I changed that, it was before I got the Google call, just so you guys are aware. Before I talked to Google, I set it up that way because Twitter only allows 15 characters, and dumbass was 1 character over. Mm-hmm. So I had to take 1 letter out, and it seemed like the B was the best letter to take out. So if you want to follow us on Twitter, or you can just go to our website, politicaldumbass.com, and our Twitter link is at the top of the page. But here's the important part about that, me plugging Twitter for 20 seconds, is that if you want to ask us some questions, if you want to know what, or if you want to let us know what you're thinking and what your opinion is, we'll talk about you on the show.
Yeah, we'll give you a shout out. You know,
definitely hashtag political dumbass. Ask your questions on there. We'll check it out, and before the next show, and we'll do a shout out for your name and ask your question, and then we'll make fun of you. I mean, we'll answer your question. We'll humiliate you on the air.
But, you know, like I said, don't be offended if we call you a dumbass.
Trump derangement syndrome.
Because we're dumbasses.
All right, so on to the big story here, and what I want to talk about, because I read this article the other day, and I think it's important for everybody to know, especially with the new year coming around, 2020. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch. I can just imagine it's going to get fucking dirty with the whole Trump election thing. I mean, if you think that Trump was bad in the last 3 years, imagine what he's going to be like the last year of fighting for his next presidency. I mean, holy shit. It's going to get dirty as dirty can get.
Oh, yeah.
But with that being said, one of the only accomplishments he made in the last 3 years is the tax cut. Tax break. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Everybody on the Republican side held it as the biggest wonderful thing. Everybody was going to save all this money. But the truth is, I have my own business, and I thought, hey, I don't agree with Trump. I was thinking, well, hey, shit, I'm going to save money because I have a corporation. I have all of these benefits, tax benefits, and I didn't really see any change in my taxes. It was pretty much the same. So I was reading this article, and basically it explains the tax code in great detail. And they call it the biggest change to the tax code in the last 3 decades. It slashed taxes for big companies, and part of the effort was to coax them to invest more in the United States. I mean, that was the whole purpose, is to say, hey, basically big corporations like Apple, Disney, what they do is they start businesses in other countries to evade paying taxes in America. They send all their money abroad. And the idea was to say, well, listen, if we give you those tax breaks here in America, do us a favor and bring those companies back. Bring your manufacturing companies back to America. That way it'll build jobs and it'll give people a chance to work. And at the same time, you won't have to pay these high taxes. But apparently, they took the tax break, but nobody brought the jobs back to America. Mm-hmm. So, the corporate executives, the wealthiest Americans, they're taking full advantage of this shit. And they're not doing anything. In fact, they're keeping the companies back, so they're saving double. Now they don't have to pay the taxes. They don't have to bring any jobs back here. They're saving money by keeping all their workers in another country. So when they did that, basically, let me read you what it says here. It says, basically, Americans held the tax cut as a once-in-a-lifetime boon, not only to their own fortunes, but to the United States economy. But what happened was the companies wanted more. So not long after the bill became law in 2017, the Trump administration began transforming the tax package into a greater windfall for the world's largest corporations. So what happened was the tax bill of many big companies, they ended up even smaller than what was anticipated when the president signed the bill. The consequence of that is normally the government would collect hundreds of billions of dollars from these companies over the years. So because of that, now the budget deficit has jumped to more than 50% since Trump took office, and it's expected to top $1 trillion.
Are you sure? Fake news.
In 2020. I mean, yeah. Over $1 trillion. And that's going to be because of the tax law, because all the corporations are not paying their fair share now.
So retarded when it comes to taxes. Like I
yeah,
said,
so am I. I have no idea. That's why I have an accountant. But
I'm a 1099 guy, and it's just like I still owe,
But see, here's the thing about the new tax law. The part of the problem is there was such a chaotic manner in which it was written, and it was rushed through Congress so fast. The Treasury Department has extra latitude on how to interpret it. So basically, it was written sloppy. It was so the corporate lobbying campaign was a resounding success. Basically, people went in there and said, well, if you don't know what this means, let me help you here. There's no reason why this can't be this way or this can't be that way. So people just kept fucking gutting it, and they're basically gutting the Treasury. I mean, they're taking so much advantage of it that they're ripping off the government. The situation is companies are actually encouraged to move overseas and then keep their profits overseas and not bring any money back to America.
Dang.
So it's like, the corporations are getting bigger, but America still, like, imagine what's going to happen in another 10 years. I mean, the government's going to have no money at all whatsoever.
Yep.
I mean, we're $1 trillion in debt. I mean, what happened to the whole Republican? I'm pretty sure Republicans were about bringing down the debt because they don't want to give money to poor people. But I guess they figured, hey, let's switch that around to give money to rich people and build up the debt. And then who gives a shit?
I got 70 cents in change I could donate. That's actually my retirement fund, dude. I started a little jar. I got $70 so far. That's my 401k right there, man.
That's collecting interest.
Hell yeah, man.
So listen, guys, if you're out there and if you're wondering, what happened to all that money I was supposed to get? Yeah, you guys got a tax break the first year, but are you getting a tax break now? No, because the regular people, the taxes actually went up and the corporations keep going down. Again, when you guys go out there, work your regular day jobs and do your regular day stuff, at the end of the day, whether you're for Trump or whether you're against Trump, you got to ask yourself, are you personally, not fucking Hannity, not fucking anybody else in the whole Trump administration is better. Are you personally better? Not your ideas, not your beliefs, not as Jesus Christ better off. You personally, are you better off right now than you were 4 years ago?
Yeah.
3 years ago?
I'm the same, man.
2 years ago,
You know what's stopping me from doing my taxes for the past 2 years? Because I'm a 1099 guy. Because I know I'm supposed to get like write-offs or whatever, but I don't keep my receipts. But I'll have to show my bank statements, but I don't want them seeing all that porn I buy.
You don't have to show them your bank statements.
Well, I thought I had to, like, that's why I had to do that last time I did my taxes. The lady that did it for me had to highlight what I spent, like the bus fare and
well, not if you keep your. That's why you keep your receipts.
That's why I don't keep my receipts.
Oh, okay.
Because I buy everything online, so a lot of it's like
no, you just print it out.
I buy those little coins for a Toon Blast, a video game. Like, I don't see all that. And then Adult Empire, that website is evil because buy.
Well, when you I guess I don't know what they would require, but generally what you can do is you can highlight all the stuff that you like. If you print out the bank statement, you can highlight all the stuff you want them to see.
Yeah.
And then black out, like a Secret
Oh, yeah.
Service,
Oh,
all the
yeah.
stuff you don't want them to see.
Like a redacted, like they do with
Yeah.
the
Secret Service.
like Obar did with the
It's fucking Area
with the
51
Mueller,
up in your taxes.
Yeah, with
man.
the Mueller report. Make it look like the Mueller report, the redacted version.
Check out the big brain on the brain.
Yeah,
You a smart motherfucker. That's right.
I got brains.
With this whole tax thing, if you're not better off, then I don't think it's going to get any better, and I think it's going to come crumbling down. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't care one way or another about Trump. I'm trying to stay neutral. I mean, in this opinion, there are other opinions where I think Trump's a dipshit and a dumbass, and there's other opinions where I think, oh, he did a good job or whatever. But in this particular case, when it comes to taxes and the deficit,
He's winging it.
he is fucking up this country like you would not believe, and you will not know it until there's a Democrat in office. You know what I mean? Like, whether it's in the next 4 years or the next 8 years, eventually it's going to get fucked up. And you know what? There's going to be some Chinese guy in office.
He's Taiwanese, actually. I
Yeah.
found out.
Oh, he is Taiwanese.
Yeah.
So there'll be a Taiwanese guy in office, and you know what they're going to say? They're going to say, oh, the economy's bad now, you dumb motherfucker. What'd you fuck it up for?
Feeling the yang.
You know,
Yeah.
and he's going to get blamed. That's the way it works. If you look at history, Reagan, Bush, it's a Republican fucks it up, a Democrat cleans it up,
Yep.
gets blamed for what the Republican does, and then another Republican is elected.
Yep.
And then that Republican fucks everything up.
Same old song.
The Democrat has to come in and clean it up. Then he gets blamed for what the Republican did, and then another Republican gets elected. That's the pattern, man.
It's a vicious cycle, man.
Yeah, tell me another fucking pattern. Show me another pattern. You
Yeah.
got Reagan, Bush, Clinton, right? Then you got dipshit Bush,
Yeah.
then Obama, then
And
Trump.
Yeah.
That's been for the last, since the 80s, you
Yeah.
know? That's the way it's been. Tell me something
I'm
different.
tired of hearing them saying like, "Oh, the Democrats are just mad because they lost the election." Well, what happened with Bush Jr. and how he pretty much stole it from Gore? They were pissed off then. They didn't go after Bush like they're going after Trump.
Yeah,
now.
they have even more right because of Florida
I
and
know.
Mr. Jeb Bush fucking fixing things, if that's possible.
Yeah, I mean that was like I remember when that happened. That was like everyone was, but they didn't tear Bush Jr. apart like they do with Trump. You know.
But
Trump
I
is
think in general, if you want your opinion to matter,
yeah.
you're going to say whatever you need to say to get it across. Like you're going to put the other side down. And it's the same way with Democrats too. You're going to say whatever it takes so that way somebody believes what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, we're in an age now where facts are just opinions now. Like, hey, Glenn, like, what color's my shirt?
I think it's purple.
Yeah, well, that's just your opinion. It's not purple. It's your opinion. No, it's a fact. It's purple.
Yeah. I don't know what to do about it. I really don't. What baffles me beyond all comparison, when you can see a complete lie and somebody believes it. Like I see it. Like whether I agree with whether I believe in it or not, I can see truth from lie. And even if I don't believe in it, but it's the truth, then I go, okay, cool. You know, I accept that is the truth. But for some reason, people on the far right, I don't want to say people down the right, I don't know who it is anymore, because whatever you say, you insult somebody. But there's a certain amount of people that you can show them photographic proof, and they will say, no, no.
I didn't even know anything about far rights and far lefts and centrists. I didn't even hear about the word centrist until after Donald Trump got it. All that stuff, you know.
I didn't know anything about anything.
You know,
I didn't even know 2 plus 2.
The Marxists or whatever it's called. I have a friend that's always talking about the Marx, whatever.
Oh yeah, being a Marxist.
Yeah, I don't even know what I had to Google. Is that like the Groucho Marx you mean? Or?
Yeah, I think it was a movement way back in even the Hitler days, and stuff like that.
Like Bill and Ted. Whoa.
And that's why we're the dumbasses.
We're the dumbasses. Like with the Wayne's World.
Yeah, Wayne's World.
Party on, dude.
Or whoa.
Oh shit! Hey, dude, I got a text. Oh, it's from Meatloaf. Remember Meatloaf?
Is he still around?
Yeah, man.
I thought he had a heart attack and died.
I guess he's feeling bad for calling Greta Thunberg a brainwash. He wants to know where he can get some of that Trigger all. Hey, he's actually listening to our show. That's so fucking cool, man. I would do anything for love.
I could have sworn, didn't he have a heart attack on Dancing with the Stars or something? Like, didn't something happen? Like, or did he survive?
Yeah,
that?
I guess
like,
he survived. I thought he was dead too. Like,
he's dead with Ozzy. Like, you hear that news that Ozzy's dead.
Yeah, no. They just the other day they reported that he was on his deathbed, and TMZ caught him and Sharon out shopping. He's having a good old time. I'm going to see you. I'm going to go see him in July, man. You better stay alive, motherfucker.
Like, I wonder if they put that story out just to see if he's still relevant, and then have him come out. Like, who would report? Like, how could you get those facts mixed up? Like, he's on his deathbed and he's upset.
And he just put out a new video for that new song of the Graveyard. It's actually a really kick-ass video. Good song.
He was just on. Like, I listened to XM radio.
Yeah.
Or Sirius XM.
Sharon!
And the Ozzy's Boneyard, he was on there doing an interview.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's why I was like, that doesn't seem right. He should still be alive. So we love you, Ozzy.
Are we allowed to play that? Oh, we got to pay royalties, though. Fuck! Or no? Ozzy, you got enough money. You don't need to take our royalties.
Yeah. Fuck them royalties like we fucked Facebook and Google.
Well, no, it'll be Sharon that'll come after us, not Ozzy.
Yeah, that's true. Ozzy doesn't care.
Oh, I heard your song on the radio show.
Now you must pay. You got to pay.
Got to bloody pay now.
She's going to take you out like Whoopi Goldberg. Oh, wait, that's a different show. One's A View and one's
The Talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Who's on The Talk besides her?
I don't know. I haven't seen. I know I watch The View every once in a while just to see Megan McCain get into it with Whoopi.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'll watch it.
Before Yenta is talking about
I can't believe
politics.
I'm watching The View. It's like, oh yeah, Whoopi and Megan, they're going to just start going at it with each other.
What's the big thing going on right now? Holy shit, we're about to get into a war.
Yeah. At war with Iran. Any day. At war with Iran. Iran will blow us away. We gotta get away.
Yeah, so basically we're all going to die.
Yeah.
So I think the plan here is, I mean, obviously the guy got blown up on accident. I'm sure they didn't know he was there because obviously they didn't want to really start.
But isn't it, are they spinning like Trump knew he was there and that's because he's going to take credit, like saying, well, yeah, because of him, his history of being a really bad general, being a threat to that he was actually they said that he was in the middle of actually doing something. That he was actually in the middle of plotting some kind of attack against us.
They didn't say that yet, but I'm sure they will work their way towards it by the end of the week.
Yeah.
But when it first happened, nobody said that they knew.
But they're saying that now on the news. They're saying that Trump Trump did a speech earlier, and he said that he was in the middle of doing that. He was in the middle of plotting an attack. And they knew about it because of the intelligence. Here's the thing: Trump used to always, insult our intelligence, saying that he doesn't believe him, but all of a sudden he believes him now. He believes him.
When it's to his benefit.
He said, even on the speech today, he was like, "Yeah, we have the most wonderful intelligence in the history of intelligence," and and they told us about how he's plotting to do this, and then that's why they.
So he said that Soleimani, he'd been in the U.S.'s crosshairs for years, and that prior presidents refrained from ordering his killing, fearing do so would ignite a larger war, because they know damn well that would start something doing that.
Because Trump don't want war. He's the only Republican, I think, that is kind of against war.
Well, because he doesn't have any stake in the defense contracts. Like his is all real estate. He wants to build. He doesn't want to destroy.
That and his bone spurs.
Exactly. Fucking coward motherfucker.
Yep. Bone spurs.
So this is what's going to happen, guys. Iran's going to get pissed off. They're not going to do like some terrorist bullshit like the Taliban and shit like that. They'll just come at us directly. They want us to know that it's them, and they're going to do it outright. They're not. I don't think they're cowardly like a lot of the Taliban or those what's the other one, ISIS and that shit. They'll do it outright.
Yeah.
They'll come right after us, and when they do that, we're going to be forced into a situation where we're going to have to fight back. And unfortunately, when that happens, is a lot of people for some reason think that you're not allowed to elect a new president when you're in the middle of a war. Why is that?
Yeah, right.
Why can't what all of a sudden if you change people, the war doesn't get solved or it I don't understand the logic in that.
Yeah. Hey, if you think if that song came out today, it would be totally banned. Bomb, 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 Iran, bomb, bomb. Remember that came out like during the Reagan era or whatever.
Oh, is that when it actually came out?
I think so. Yeah. It was like a play on the Beach Boys song.
Yeah.
Bomb, 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 bomb.
Well, that'll be the theme song when they need people to support them for the war.
Yeah.
But, I'm almost positive that if it goes in that direction, then you bet your ass Trump will be reelected because people will, for some reason, fear. I don't know why. Like, what do the generals just stop doing their job because we change? Like, you don't change the main government part. The people that are there because they work their ass off. The only people you change are the people that are assigned.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Trump today, even his speech, he was talking about how the Iranian people are going to be safe now that he's out of the picture, and like he all of a sudden cares about them. And,
he's trying to spin it in a positive way.
Yeah, that's what
don't worry about it, man.
That's what he said. Yeah, and of course he had said this. Yeah, they could have done this a long time ago, but before I was president, but they didn't get around to it. I'm the first one to do it, and of course he had this.
But I'm curious what Iranian would believe him when he says that.
Know,
like
right?
like if you're in Iran right now and you're like, yeah, that fucking Trump, he makes a lot of sense, man. Shit, let's not bomb them, America. I love America. What do you think? That guy's not going to get killed?
I know, right?
If he's on a radio station or if he has his own podcast.
I know one thing. I know one thing. My neighbors are Iranian, and so I'm going to make them the lasagna and take it over to them.
Yeah. Please do not bomb me, sir. I love you.
Got to make peace.
I want to make peace.
Yeah. Even though they're kids, man, keep me up every night, like running out of their house. They have like 50 kids over there. I love them. They're good people.
Well, I remember that during the Iraq War, and I was in Maine right after it was right after 9/11.
Yeah.
And we were doing business with an apartment. We were going to buy an apartment building, and the owner of it was Iranian. And the first thing she said when she came up to us was, "Hi guys, I'm Iranian, but I'm the good Iranian."
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, like I didn't even think about it. Like I didn't care. I mean, you're just a person to me.
Yeah,
You're in America. I didn't really think that she was going to blow us up or something.
Yeah.
She seemed like a nice lady, but it was funny that she felt the need to say that right out of the gate.
Yeah.
I'm the good Iranian.
One day I tuned my guitar to BADGAD, like Baghdad. It sounded like that.
That's a Baghdadi song.
That's a Baghdadi song.
I wonder if that is one of their scales.
That's what I wondered,
doesn't
too.
like different regions have scales?
Yeah, because there's Arabian scale, and there's so I was wondering about that because like, even though there's an H in the word Baghdad, but I just did Baghdad like BADG.
Oh, so you're misspelling it now?
Misspelling because there's no H.
Fucking insult.
There's no H string.
That's an insult to all of them. So again, we're in a situation where Trump is completely contradictory to himself. Because obviously one of the things he tweeted many years ago about Obama was that Obama would start a war with Iran just so that way he could get reelected.
Yeah.
So then obviously Trump is taking a page from that and he's like, well, shit, let's start a war, But then it's like, well, if you were going to start a war with Iran, what'd you fire Bolton for? Because he was the one that wanted the war with Iran and you didn't.
Geppetto.
Yeah.
He looks like Geppetto.
Yeah, Trump's Pinocchio. Fucking Trump.
Bolton, man.
I cannot tell a lie.
Hey, I just thought about it. If I was a rapper in Baghdad, I would probably call myself Baghdaddy. like Mac Daddy, but Baghdaddy.
I think there's a terrorist called Baghdaddy, isn't there?
Just call me Baghdaddy. Oh, puppy. No, Baghdaddy. No, puppy.
I'm the wonderful Baghdaddy. So now everybody's in this kind of tissy over everything Iran now, and that's probably going to take up the news. Like, it's like the guy manages to fucking hog the news stream almost fucking daily. Like, I don't know how he's like a master at fucking being an attention whore. Like, he has a way of, no matter what's going on in the news cycle, even if it's a good news, like, hey, Happy New Year, let's all rejoice and let's all think about, exercising and get it. And all of a sudden, nope, it's all about Trump.
Yeah,
you got to fucking take it over.
He's doing everything he can to like distract for that 2020. He's like, okay, the Mueller report didn't work. Damn, the Ukraine thing didn't work. Oh, Iran. Yeah. Let's crank up the volume.
Now the impeachment.
Those damn Democrats, no one will ever hear them.
That's what my point is. You're never going to hear about the Democratic candidates.
I know.
But I wonder too, is like eventually, this is the weird part for me, is eventually Trump is going to have to debate somebody, whoever the nominee is.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to take questions from the audience. Mm-hmm. Like, there's going to be some smart ass Democratic guy asking a question like, why are you such a dick, Trump? Or like, what's he going to do when somebody asks him that question? He's just going to yell at them?
You want to do some push-ups, man? He'll be like Biden. I'm in great shape, man.
No, Trump will be like, I'll challenge you to a fry eating contest. And then Biden will be up there challenging him to a fucking push-up contest.
Cool. I still got to see Biden do some push-ups, man. He's got to prove himself. It's gonna be crazy.
You're a damn liar, man. That's not true. And no one has ever said that. No one has heard that. No. You see it on the TV.
You see it on the TV.
I know you do. And by the way, that's why I'm not sedentary. I get up and no, let him go. Let him go. Look, the reason I'm running is because I've been around a long time and I know more than most people know. And I can get things done. That's why I'm running. And you want to check my shape line, let's do push-ups together. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do. Let's take the push-ups.
And Sean Hannity challenged him to push-ups on one of his segments.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's on YouTube, too.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I want to see Tucker Carlson like freaking get punched in the face, man. He always looks like he just learned about sex for the first time. He always has that look on his face, like someone just told him about sex for the first time.
Who's that?
Tucker Carlson.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That's a guy you just want to fucking stick his nose in somebody's ass and just rub it right in the fucking asshole.
Punch the computer screen or whatever, or the TV screen.
It's just his look. I can't even listen to what he's saying.
Yep.
Like, he's the type of person that should have a podcast. He shouldn't be on TV.
Yep.
And the only reason he is on TV, let's be honest here, is because the other guy got knocked off the station for sexual harassment. Who was that other guy? Bill O'Reilly. Because fucking Bill O'Reilly said he had that spot.
Yeah.
And Tucker Carlson was way in the, way out of the way, but he had to step it up because O'Reilly got fucking caught with his pants down, fucking jerking off in the shower.
And Joe Biden, hey Joe, Uncle Joe, if you're hearing this podcast right now, I want to challenge you to some push-ups, motherfucker.
Creepy crazy Uncle Joe Biden was asked how he would potentially handle President Trump on the debate stage. Here's what he said.
He starts making fun of your age, your mental state. He starts going after you in ways that I
said, come on, Donald. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
How many push-ups you want to do here? Come on, run with me, man.
Come on, man. Run.
Come on, Donald. Come on, man. How many push-ups can you do? Well, Joe, the president's busy cleaning up the mess you left.
Oh, come on, Hannity. Like, you know how many fucking the president could do like one push-up, if that, with his fat ass.
He looks like the poor man's Clark Kent.
I'll take you up on the challenge.
Oh, yeah, you got to be his bitch.
I'm ready. I don't even need to practice.
Fucking
Hannity's got to fucking step up for the president. And he talks to him every night. So it's probably, don't worry, Donald. I'll take your challenge for you. Don't worry about it. He's like, I wonder if Trump's like, hey, do you think I should start practicing my push-ups?
Right. That's their like midnight conversation every night.
While they jerk off together. Fucking dumbasses.
I'm pushing up right now.
Hannity says hello.
Fucking dumbasses. I swear, man.
All right. Tell me where and when.
Oh, my goodness.
God damn it. Meatloaf is tweeting me again. Or texting me again or whatever. Damn. Dude, if you're listening to the show, you can't get Trigger All yet. It hasn't been FDA approved yet, but it'll be on the market. We'll let you know when it's out there. Trigger All.
News. You are fake news.
Fake news.
But, of course, because we're bringing this up, we've all got
Trump derangement syndrome.
Yep. And I got an AOC derangement syndrome.
Yeah, my God.
I have Tucker Carlson derangement syndrome. I just want to forget.
Seriously, I can't even understand what, like, whenever somebody says something to him that he likes, he'll go, no!
Yeah, right.
Like, it is that weird face, like, no!
Right.
Like, you can tell he's, like, trying so hard to laugh.
Because he'll ask a question, and when the person's answering, he, like, totally cuts him off if it's not the answer he wants.
Yeah.
He just cuts him off.
And don't you think this?
Yeah.
And don't you think that?
Yeah.
No, it's blue. I'm telling you, it's blue.
Yeah. Where's that little bow ties he used to wear and shit when he first came on?
Did he wear?
He used to wear those little funky bow ties.
Like, I seriously can't remember anything about him or his conversations really, because all I do is like get lost. Like his fucking face is so hypnotic.
Yeah. I used to watch Fox News. I remember way back, I think when maybe Clinton was president or even Obama even. But I used to actually like watching Fox News. I used to watch, Tucker when he first came on. He was actually kind of cool. And
really,
O'Reilly, I used to like the O'Reilly show. But then it just seemed like after Trump got elected, and just became like this whole.
Or up until that point, that's almost like they had an agenda from like 2015.
Yeah. But even back then when I was watching, I still disagreed with a lot of shit like O'Reilly would say. Like, holy shit, he just said that.
It's like these people say all this weird shit. They're allowed to get away with it, but I can't say dumbass on fucking Google.
Yeah. And for the record, I do watch CNN. So, you can call me a little shadow or a little snowflake all you want.
Yeah.
I believe Chris Cuomo, man, when he really wants to get to the truth.
Yeah, Cuomo. He's an attention whore too.
Yeah.
I really like his first 2 weeks and he started doing that show.
Yeah.
I really like. I was like, whoa, fuck, man,
Yeah.
Chris, he should be running for president, man. Like he sounded like really
Yeah.
good. And then of course after about a month or so in, you're like, fuck, man, this guy's he does the same thing where he has to steal the attention from everybody. Like when they try to talk or when he tries to talk with Giuliani.
Oh yeah.
Or the other,
Giuliani.
the dumbass chick, Kellyanne Conway.
Yeah.
They just constantly argue over each other.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Damn, we could do a whole show on those two, probably. We should make a special report.
That's all they do is bicker back and forth. Like it just, yeah. Yeah, that's what actually, you know how like they have those celebrity boxing matches?
Yeah.
It should be Tucker Carlson and Chris Cuomo.
That'd be cool.
That would be the fucking fight night.
You mean Fredo?
Yeah.
Fredo.
Oh yeah, somebody called him Fredo.
He got all pissed off.
That is an Italian slur though. It is like a total
Yeah,
nod.
but they're compared to the N-word. I don't think it's as extreme as the N-word, but I guess it is.
No, but it's definitely saying that you're like, you know, you're an Italian dipshit, you know, like you're fucking.
Well, they got it from The Godfather. I guess Fredo and The Godfather was the dumb kid
Fredo's
or the dumb son.
the dipshit, yeah.
The dipshit of the...
You're basically saying you're the dumbass of the family.
It's weird. I've never seen Godfather yet, all the way through. Like,
wait, you haven't seen one or two?
I've seen bits and pieces, but that's like weird. There's certain movies that thinking, how the hell did you miss that? You know, I watch CNN just for the Darth Vader most trusted news network.
Yeah,
that's what's his name, James Earl Jones.
Yeah,
like Darth Vader on CNN.
That's what the most trusted name.
CNN, the most trusted name in CNN. I am your father.
This is CNN breaking news.
Like they always have to show that like every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like how much breaking news can there fucking be, man? Yeah. Like every time there's a commercial break, breaking news. Yeah. It's like really, and it's like something just that they said 10 minutes ago. I'm like, how is that breaking news?
Yeah.
That's the same news I've been listening to all fucking day. Yeah. See, that's why people don't trust them, or people say they're fake because they. You know, they do the same bullshit as anybody else.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're out to get a profit, and they're out to.
They're probably disappointed when they found out that Trump bombed this general from Iran. That he's actually a bad guy, not a good guy. They're probably disappointed. Like, oh man, I guess he did get a bad guy. Damn, I guess Trump did do something right.
Yeah. But I mean, if you think about it, behind the scenes, I guarantee you, CNN is hoping for Trump to win again.
Oh yeah, no
because.
Doubt. I'm hoping he could win again, so I could keep posting all this stuff I do on Facebook.
Fox News is manipulative.
You mean the Clinton News Network?
Yeah,
That's what they
but
call
CNN is no better. I mean, they do tell the truth. They do tell the news. And one of maybe the next show we'll do, I'll explain the difference between what reporting is and journalism, and the difference between what actual fake news is and real news is. But at least CNN tells you what you need to know as honest. They don't manipulate it for their own benefit. Yeah. Whether it's good or bad.
I mean, there's been a few times where I've kind of caught them trying to spin something in.
They spin shit.
Or
but
like just trying to manipulate a little bit. But
they spin it like there's no tomorrow, but they still tell you what the actual news is.
Yeah,
whereas Fox will not tell you something. Or if they do, it's manipulated to their own advantage.
Like Trump, they'll take Trump's speech. Fox, they'll take Trump's speech and just edit everything out, and just all you hear him saying is "God bless America." Wow, Trump's the greatest president in the world.
But that shows you right there why the shows like The Bachelor and reality TV are so popular. You know, just like when I say
Trump derangement syndrome,
or
there was a quid pro quo.
That's Hannity. He said
there was a quid pro quo.
He's admitting there's a quid pro quo, right?
I'm probably stupid, but I never even heard the word quid pro quo until like.
The only reason I know quid pro quo is from fucking Hannibal or Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, okay, so it was in that movie. And I've watched that movie a bunch of times. I must have missed it.
Because when she goes, I will tell you something about me if you tell me something about you. Yeah. I still didn't even know what it meant at that point.
I still can't even say it right. I say quid pro pro quid pro quo quid quo.
A quick dick crow.
Yeah, squid pro.
A quick hand job on the side. Yeah. But the point is that when I say Hannity said this,
there was a quid pro quo.
Oh.
He did say it, but he was reading a tweet. So that's how you manipulate something to make you think, oh, well, Hannity said there was a quid pro quo, so there must have been.
There was a quid pro quo. There was a quid pro quo. Yeah. This was funny. If you remember from what was it, the last episode or the episode before last? Because earlier we were talking about, PC and getting called out for so this guy messaged me, I guess it says, and I went back and heard the show, and I guess I did say it, and it does sound kind of weird.
What the,
remember when the dogs were barking and I was all strangle that dog?
oh yeah, that you're mean to animals or something.
Me saying like you promote dog violence against animals, and it's like, oh my god, I didn't want you to think that. I was trying to impersonate like what an angry neighbor would say, like that hates dogs or whatever. But when I heard it, I guess it does sound like that. So
yeah, because again, it's taken out of context.
Yeah.
But what people need to understand on this show. We're just fucking around.
Yeah, I mean,
and
I
we're
love dogs.
I love
animals more than I love most humans. I'm even thinking about canceling my $19 donation to the Shriners Children's Hospital and do the ASPCA.
Yeah, I'm gonna transfer that. Wouldn't that be a funny phone call?
I can only afford one.
I need to cancel my payment to the cancer kids.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I like those kids, but I
love dogs much better.
and I can only afford one. My boss gives me a raise. Maybe I'll come back to you guys, but that'll probably be an asshole for doing that.
That dog is shivering, and that's much more effective than the kid who's bald.
Yeah.
See, again, we're just telling jokes. We see something, we say something off the cuff.
Yeah, people.
And we're just saying something from the perspective of somebody else.
And that's a good thing. Keep messaging us or tweet us, whatever, because at least that shows that you're listening. But to the guy, I did message him back saying, no, you got me all wrong. I'm sorry that I gave that impression. But, I mean, no apologies because I didn't know I was doing anything wrong.
The truth is, I saw Eric. He kicked a dog the other day.
No! Just kidding. You weren't supposed to tell that. No, just kidding.
Actually, no. Eric has always had like tons of animals.
Yeah.
We've always had tons of animals.
That time I brought home 4 stray dogs, 3 cats. That time when Grandma was like, you got all these animals in the house. There was like lizards. I had a chicken at one time, a duck.
Again, they're going to zero in, but that was pretty far into the show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool that he actually listened all the way in and heard that.
So thank you for listening to the show. Keep tuned in and just know I'm.
But I wonder if he got that. Was he really curious about you jerking off to porn with a dog barking too? Like you're gonna take everything else seriously. I think people just love to point shit out.
It's okay if you beat off the porn, but don't so strangle the damn dogs. Next time I make a joke like that, I'll be like, "Hey, strangle that damn dog! Shut that dog up!" So that way it sounds like that's what I was.
I think we got to get our voices down. You think about it. We're still new to this.
Yeah, bear with those people.
We're still getting our comedy.
We're getting in the groove.
Yeah, we still got a lot of hours before we perfect our craft.
Yeah, we're only 3 episodes in, and we're already ready to retire.
We're getting fucked up up the ass by Facebook.
Oh, look, we got
Google.
we got 3 followers. Fuck this shit, man. We're out of here. Thought we was gonna be rich.
And the one follower we do have, he thinks we're animal cruelty.
Our other follower, I think, is one of our cousins.
As a matter of fact, if you don't support this show, our animals are gonna starve.
Yeah, man.
We need to be able to pay some.
So
bills
when we're sharing our stuff on social media, just please hit like. All you gotta do, it takes a second just to react to it, share it, because we do have animals to feed, we have kids to feed.
Yeah, follow us on Facebook, Political Dumbass. If you don't like Facebook, I don't like Facebook. I never really go on there except for that purpose.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really give a shit about Facebook. I mean, to be honest, I like the people on there, and if somebody sends me a message,
I'm always trying to get Glenn into Facebook. He's like, nah.
I'm just not a good communicator. Yeah. I know that sounds weird.
Well, now that you got a podcast, you're gonna have to get with it.
I know. Fuck. Never mind.
Now you're gonna have to actually meet people.
That's it. Hanging up the show. Yeah. Fuck it.
I feel like I'm cursed because I'm always posted on there. But I try to not to, but I was like, I got to say something about this.
You just got to say it.
I got to instigate something or say something.
Again, follow us on Facebook. Go to our web. The best thing to do is to go to our website, politicaldumbass.com. We have all of our social media links. If you want us to answer a question that you have about something like that about the dog or something that we said you don't like, hashtag political dumbass on Twitter. We'll answer it on the next show. We'll make it a segment.
And Meatloaf, if you're still listening, we got you, buddy. We'll get you that trigger off as soon as as soon as it's FDA approved, man.
We got a full dose. Yeah. We'll give it to you under the table. You don't even have to wait for FDA approval. For you, Meatloaf, just because you were in a Fight Club, you get it.
Greta Thunberg's brainwashed. Let's say for a second that she is brainwashed. Remember, she's still making noise, man. She's triggering people.
Isn't everybody brainwashed? Like, okay,
Those were like, how is she brainwashed? Like, what are they? You better get out there and.
how is that any different than like Home Alone
Yeah.
kid, Macaulay Culkin,
I know, right?
reading or acting? Like, is he brainwashed when he reads a role for a thing? A 10-year-old kid that paints a really good picture, is he brainwashed because he painted a really
Why
good
is it so
picture?
unusual for a kid to be an activist and be passionate about?
That's what I'm saying, because it's against your opinion. Because you don't agree with her, because
science.
it's against your perfect world of Jesus Christ and gumdrops and lollipops, that you're like, well, no, it's got to be something wrong with it, motherfucker. You got to be brainwashed. And I still don't understand why these people, conspiracy people out there, throw these weird conspiracies about because it's against the Democrats, but they don't see all the conspiracies against the Republicans.
I want to know. I want to hear some conspiracy facts.
Yeah.
What are all these theories? It's like,
is there such a thing as a conspiracy fact?
Yeah. When are we going to hear about the facts? When are these? When are these theories going to be actually? They've been going on for years, ever since Roswell and shit.
Yeah, we want the facts,
Look,
people.
Take your tinfoil hat off, set it on the table, and walk away.
That's one of the things that I want to do with this show is I want to build a coalition of fact finders, people that are interested in facts.
Facts.
Based upon actual
like
hard either science.
Get out there and get off the internet and get out there and actually do the work and find and research it, journalize it.
So if you want to be a fact finder, a finder of facts, people who believe in facts, not fiction, not something you're opinionated about. We're opinionated about a lot of shit.
But even when you find those fact sites like the political facts, Snopes, they always say, oh, those are rigged and they're owned by the Clintons. And
it's like a double whammy
like
of
no
fucking,
what you say.
we're telling you these are facts, but they're really fucking conspiracy fiction
What color
bullshit.
shirt am I wearing? Purple. No, that's just your opinion.
It's so weird. Why do people keep falling for it?
But when I was in kindergarten, the purple crayon, it says purple. That's what I was taught.
That's why it said purple.
Now it's a lie.
But now it's not purple. There's like 500 different shades of purple.
Yeah,
That's
right?
part of the problem.
That's part of the problem.
There's no longer a purple color. It's chartreuse and, periwinkle and fucking violet. And, so if you want to be there with us on this journey of figuring things out and at the same time making fun of people and having some fun, writing some funny songs, singing to good times with lots of bullshit, then please go to our website, politicaldumbass.com.
And if you send us or tweet us some funny words, maybe I'll turn it into a song on the air and I'll give you a shout out. Make you famous.
And then once we get good at that, we'll charge you $100 to do that shit.
Then we'll take the royalties from you. We'll rip you off.
It'll become a viral hit, and you won't get shit for it. We won't even give your ass credit, motherfucker.
Which is really no different than those things where they hold at events where you bring your script or whatever, and then they turn you down. But then 2 months later, it's a TV show.
Well, that's what I always see on YouTube, right? All the YouTubers, like my son watches YouTube a lot, and all the YouTubers at the end of the show say, "Hey, if you guys have any ideas, let me know about them." And it's like, basically you're just telling your fans to give you ideas so you can rip them off.
So you rip them off. Like, no, that's a bad idea. Then 2 weeks later, it's like they see it. It's all famous. Different names on it.
That was a good idea. But you won't know about it. But listen, guys, thank you so much. We appreciate your support. We always appreciate your input. So please let us know. We are now on iTunes. We're on Spotify. Wherever, anywhere where you can find a podcast, we should be on.
We were in Baghdad, but then they got bombed. So
yeah, unfortunately, we lost that radio station.
Yeah, we lost that.
We lost Baghdadi.
That general
podcast.
Yeah, because that general was listening to us at the time. That's what Meatloaf is telling me.
He's like, "Oh, that Eric, he's so funny. Oh shit!
Oh shit! I got distracted."
Check us out. Download the show. Check out our past episodes. We're also on YouTube. If you want to see, we put up a music video, kind of like a teaser of Political Dumbass. We called it Fight the Power.
Yes.
It's really cool. Go on YouTube or, again, get it off of our website.
I'm a political dumbass.
Sweet Jesus.
And you're a political dumbass.
Woo!
We fight our opinions on each other. And we barf all over the facts.
Damn right.
That's a little preview.
Yeah.
Even though I flubbed up one of the words.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, motherfucker doesn't even know his own song. Get the fuck out of here. Get off of this show. Shit, I need some professionalism.
I'm getting old, man. I need a teleprompter.
Me too. Damn, my brain is like mush. I think it's because I don't really talk to people anymore. Yeah. I don't really communicate with people outside other than like, hey, or people at the supermarket.
Yeah.
Like, how you doing? So I don't know how to communicate anymore. Yeah. This show is helping me to learn how to think.
Yes.
Maybe it'll help my brain. All right, guys, we appreciate it. Thanks for listening. And we will see you next time, motherfuckers.
It's a sad day when you can hear it in the media's voice. How upset they are that the Iraq embassy attack hasn't turned into a disaster like Benghazi. Because this administration had the guts to actually take action and defend Americans. At least we know whose side they're on. Yeah. I'm Donald Trump Jr., and this was a special tweet in honor of my father, President Donald J. Trump.